Hello, welcome to another project vlog, or rather projects in this case, because I plan on doing more than one project. The projects I plan on compiling together are smaller, so I thought that I would just put them all into one video to take you along with me as I make these. And of course, I'm wearing a wrinkled t-shirt and I have an unmade bed behind me, but that's because I'm about to strip the bed and put our new sheets on, and because the yarn is beneath the bed, my yarn is stored beneath the bed, I thought that I would show you the yarn first. This is Pearl Soho Goodwool in Pale Patina, and this is the recommended yarn, which I almost never have. And the project I'm going to be making first is Hannah G Grams, or Hannah Grams, I guess. Hannah G Knits on Instagram, her test knit for the Ollie cardigan, and I will be making a size 7, which is the 4-year-old size, and I think I'll only need this much. This is all the yarn I have, so I hope I'll only need this much. And this is one full ball, and I think this might actually be a full skein, if not very close to one, so I think it'll be enough. So each ball of 100 grams has 383 yards of yarn in it, so I am excited. This is going to be a cardigan for my daughter, and so even though it's not pink, I hope she'll like it. We'll get started. It's nice that this one's already wound up, but I still have to wind this up, and I think at the same time I'm going to wind up some of the yarns I have for the other projects I want to work on this week. It's 7 a.m. and I'm here winding yarn because usually it's easier with just my baby awake, or it definitely is easier with just my baby awake. I wound up this one to go with the others, and I also wound up these 3. I'm very not great at winding up yarn, clearly, probably because I'm so impatient, but this is in Land of Sweets, this is Caterpillar, and this is Hippity, all from Hazel Knits on their Artisan Sock Base. Just before 11, and there was just a lot of housework to do today, so I'm just getting started. I did the short rows as instructed in the pattern, and then now I just have to do the increases. It's a pretty simple construction, it's just a raglan cardigan, so I'll just continue working back and forth until I have more progress. It's a few hours later, and I just split for the sleeves. Because it's a child's pattern, it's working up so quickly.
저기 뒤에 봐봐. 저기 뒤에 토끼 있다.
Good morning. It's just a little before 7 and I am done this much of the cardigan. This is how much I got done yesterday. I have just, after I separated for the sleeves, I've only done 1.5 inches and I need 9 inches. And I am really happy with how this is working up, and the yarn is so nice to work with. But I think today I might switch courses and start working on my gnome, because I am really excited about these colors. It's just around 7:30, so I've been working on this for 30 minutes, and I put in a few lines, but I'm not liking how it's turning out, so I think I'm just going to rip back until here. It's 8, so another 30 minutes, and I've just, now I'm at the point that I was at before. I think I'm just gonna add these purple lines all the way up through it, so my insides look a little coarse, but it doesn't matter. It's just about 8:30, and I'm done the hat. It's just before 11, and my nephew isn't coming today because he's going to go see his other aunt on his dad's side in San Francisco, and so it's just my daughters, and my baby is sleeping. I have a little bit of free time, did the dishes. All that to say, I got more knitting in, I think, than I usually do, but I'm done the body. I'm on the decreases right now, and I'm at a point where I have to stuff it with the polyfill. So I have polyfill, and I also have the poly beads, and so with the poly beads, I like to put it in a little mesh. I'll show you. So I think you're only supposed to stuff it 2/3 of the way before you do more knitting and stuff, but I like to have my gnome super stuffed, so I just deal with the little polyfill sticking out while I knit, and then I really make sure it's in there and make sure there's no polyfill sticking out. So I'm done, and I'm just sewing together I like to reinforce it a couple of times so that I really make sure nothing falls out and that it stays stuffed, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. I'm thinking of putting with this darker color, just embroidering a little bit of some flowers on here after it's done, but usually it looks really funky like this, and then when you add the beard and the hands and stuff, that's when it starts to look more cute. And so I'll continue on. For the fringe beard, I like to hold the yarn double from what they suggest. Currently, I'm holding fingering weight double. So I have 4 strands of fingering weight here, and these are just undyed fingering weight superwash yarn, sock yarn. And again, for the fringe beard, you have to knit through the back loop twice when they say to knit 2 through the back loop. This is the best part now where I can pull it out. We have a beard. This is what I get for letting my toddler play with my yarn. And there's an arm. I have all the parts now and I just have to assemble it. And since I haven't shown it in this video, this is the book Gnomes of Grimbolet. I talk about it a lot, but I've also been making gnomes every month. All right, I think I'm done with the gnome. I just added some lazy daisies. And so now it's a very retro gnome. Oh, I also love tying my daughter's hair like that recently, where she just has it sticking straight up. I think it's very cute. Oh. 그게 뭐야? So here it is. It is 12:30. So all in all, I think it took me like just maybe under 4 hours to do. 30, maybe 5 hours. Maybe it took me around 5 hours to do, but Noodles is done. Good morning. It is May 24th, Saturday. I didn't do any more knitting after I finished the gnome yesterday, so the cardigan is still on the same spot. But I wanted to introduce my next project I want to do, and it is the Rudolph Charm with these yarns. The Rudolph Charm is a pattern by Sari Nordland, and it's just a back charm. I thought I could use these yarns to make a charm, to make multiple charms, and give some to her, and so that she could also gift it to her mother-in-law and such. And I'm not sure if I'll make more than one in this video, but I do have these yarns. These are from an alpaca farm that my younger sister went to in Scotland. I do have 2 sisters. The older one is the one who lives very close by. My younger sister lives close by as well, but she's more of a 20-minute walk away versus a 7-minute walk. So I think that these I will use in that Rudolph Charm, and we'll see how it goes. It's done on 2.5mm needles, so quite small needles, but it still should go by pretty quick. It's a small charm. It didn't take me much time at all to make the back, so I think I'm going to make 2 at a time, or just 2 at one go, and so I'll make another back before I start the front, but it's looking pretty cute. I think the size will be good. I've done the pieces and now I just have to embroider their faces on. I put in the ears, so now all I have to do is make the antlers. I'm done. Da-da-da-da. The other one is still like this. So nowhere close to done for this because I think it's actually the parts that take the longest. But I have to head out now, but it's so cute. I'm done. I'm done one. My husband just checked the mail and this is what came. So I'm going to move my project, the Ollies classic cardigan, from this project bag to this one. It's the tulip one that Jane made, and this is Rose and the Wren. I love the stitching, tulips, as well as the backing, of course. This is the one where
it sold out in 3 minutes, so I had to message her and ask her just in case she did make another one to please save one for me, and she did, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Good morning. It's around 10:30 right now. It's a little later in the day than when I usually do an update. I still woke up at 5:30. It was still very bright, or it was very bright at 5:30 today in the morning. My kids woke up at 6:30, so they woke up a little later, but I finished doing my second reindeer, Rudolph Charm, so now they're both done, and they're so cute. I think my sister and your mother-in-law will really enjoy these. My sister and your mother-in-law both like kitschy things, and so I think this is perfect. I already showed it to her, and she's very excited for it. So I'm glad I started off by making two. I have quite a bit of yarn left, so I can make more if I want to. Probably not in this video and not anytime super soon, but I do have more. I'm not sure exactly what the weight of these yarns are. They are, one said extra fine, one said I think just fine. This one's a polo, this one's zodiac. They are farm yarns, so it doesn't have exact meterage or exact yardage per grams. I think I used only 8 grams of this and 22 grams of this, so I still have quite a bit left. And other than that, I did also work on my Ollie's classic cardigan yesterday, and I had a lot of fun working on it. This is where I was today in the morning before I continued on, and I just love how it's working up. I think it's very cute, and the yarn is really nice to work with. The first ball is still going strong, so I'm hoping I can finish the body with this. I think I need around 3.5 more inches of the body before I can start for the hems and such. I think I want to get to the sleeves today, but I also want to do some beading because my kids are not here. My daughter's at ballet class, my baby is napping, so that's what's happening. And yesterday I had such a good day. I did all of my favorite things. I got in my tulip bag, I went to Tea Cozy, I knit and chat with a friend. They vlogged on YouTube and they knitted on Instagram. And she's so pleasant, she's so nice. And it was so nice to be able to meet her in person. And then I went to my sister's, knit in the backyard, and you saw all the clips, but I had so much fun. So I'm hoping that today's a really good day as well. Today is Sunday, but tomorrow is Memorial Day, so it is a long weekend. And I don't know what we have planned, but I'll take you along for whatever we do. Good morning. I didn't get too much done yesterday, but I did finish the body. I still have to do the hem and of course the button band and everything, but I thought I would get started on the sleeves because I'm done the yarns, so I started my new ball and I'm really excited. It's not that I know I'm going to have more than enough of yarn left over, but I just wanted to continue on in stockinette. I've completed one sleeve. I've made it slightly longer than suggested in the pattern, and then I'm working on the second sleeve, but the number of stitches on these sleeves are so little that they work up super quickly.
I'm not sure exactly how many projects I'm going to include in this project vlog because I thought that all I would do was the gnome and the Rudolph Charm and this cardigan, but I think I'm going to include one more because I really want to cast on these socks. And this is, I'll be casting on Sway Socks by Rachel Kieselberg. And this is the 29 Bridges Studio that I got at Stricka, which is also the where the pattern, the Sway socks were launched. And this is in the color BOC, and I told Betsy last night that I think I'm going to cast this on soon, so I have to wind it up and cast it on, but it's such a pretty color. This was in my summer knitting plan, so I think I want to just whip one right out of the bat, and but I do want to finish this cardigan first, so I might just wind this up and have it on the side, but also show you my process of making these socks, so I'm super excited. Really quickly, this is what I do is I bind off in a stretchy bind off for the sleeve, and then I pick it up. Instead of doing 3 needle bind off, I find that to be a little more cumbersome. I pick up, and with this tail end that's super long, I just fold down the cuff, and then I whip down each stitch with the stitches that I've picked up on the wrong side, and I find that that makes it easier, and it makes it so that the cuff doesn't get twisted, you know, when your stitches don't line up and it starts twisting. We're back from my sister's place, and I have finished both sleeves, and then I am now on the hem, and I just ran out of yarn, so I added in the new ball, and I'm just going to do a little bit more stockinette and fold it over. I already picked up for where I need to pick up just so I can mark where I need to do it, but I'm kind of regretting it because it makes it kind of hard to knit on. Right now, it's fine. It's only a few rows, so it doesn't really matter, but still, I wished I just would have picked up at the end. I just think it's easier to know where you're picking up. Unless you put a stitch marker here, maybe that was a smarter move to do, and then to pick up a row, but I was impatient. And yeah, I think this will definitely be finished tomorrow.
Good morning. It is a little after 7 and we woke up at 5 today, but my baby's already taking her first nap because she was pretty tired, so I'm just up now, but it's okay because this is quiet time. There's a little bit of hot chocolate stains on my cushion now. But anyway, I did re-pick up for the button band and I am working on it, and I created my first buttonhole. And I love creating, I love doing double knitting on button bands, and I like doing button bands in general. I think it really brings the piece together. So it's looking pretty neat, I think, and I'll just continue doing this, and then I definitely will be able to get this done today. And my toxic trait is that now that it's currently May 27th. And so we have 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 5 days until May is over. And I think I can get my socks finished. I haven't started on it, but I think I can finish the socks before May is over and have it a part of my May makes. So that's what I'm thinking right now, is that I will make the socks in this video and also try to get it done before the 31st rolls around. The button band took so long and I still have to block it and add the buttons, but I'm done. I think it's flaring out a bit. It's curving this way because the button band is longer, but I think once I block it, this will actually become longer in length, so the button band will actually fit better. And around the neck as well as the neckline, it fits really well. So
followed the instructions exactly, did the button band, and oh my gosh, it took so long. But I'm excited to block it and have it dry hopefully for tomorrow. I just cast on for the Sway socks and it's just me and Sam hanging out. I'll show you.
Hi, good morning. It's a little later in the day. It's 10:30 and this morning we took some finished photos of Ollie's classic cardigan for my daughter, which is so cute. And I am now working on the socks. You can now see some of the patterning of how the lines kind of wave, which is why I guess it's called sway, like swaying in the wind and stuff. So I'm just going to continue working on this. It is now currently the afternoon, mid-afternoon, so around 3 p.m. and I am almost through the leg. I think I'm going to do one more repeat, and then because the pattern suggests 6 to 8 inches from the cuff from your cast on for how long they suggest you to do the leg, and so I'll do one more repeat. Currently it's around 5.5 inches, so and then I'll start the heels, but I think the heel is actually afterthought or before thought. It's afterthought but not true afterthought, where you have a working yarn through it construction. So then you just do the same pattern down the foot as well. Of course, the bottom of the foot is stockinette, and it's so pretty. Look at this yarn. I'm here because the sunlight and everything is so nice here, but it's so beautiful. And also the kids are going crazy in the background. Good morning. I want to show you my progress from yesterday before I start working on these today, and this is how much I have of the first sock done. I still need to make the second sock. I think I can get it done by May 31st, but I don't think I could share it in my May Makes video because I don't think both of them will be done by Saturday or by Friday evening when I will film the video. So that's that, but it's looking cute. I don't think you can see the sway pattern on screen as well. In real life it does look like these columns are going back and forth, but on video it looks more like dotted patterns. Maybe I'll block out, who knows, we'll see.
Really quickly, it's a really chaotic day here, but I finished my first sock except for the heels. I'm going to add it in at the very end. I think maybe 80 rows might have been a little too much. I usually wear a US Woman's 8 to 8.5, but I think I could have gotten away with 75 rows. So this is what it looks like, and I can't wait to add in the heels after I finish my second sock. It's around 10:30, so I'm hoping that I can get quite a ways into the second one.
Morning, I'm just getting my day started. It's 7 a.m. I took some finished object photos of this, which is EOS Slipover by Laura McLean. And this was the pattern that debuted with He Cozy Yarn Shop for the LYS Puget Sound Yarn Tour. And I'm really happy with how it looks. It's such a beautiful day today, so I decided to take more photos of it because the last time I took photos of it, it was a pretty gloomy day and I finished it in February, so it was quite cold then too. But I wanted to show you my progress on my socks. I added the forethought heel, which is apparently what it's called. Betsy let me know that it's the forethought heel. I think I said the forethought heel before. Forethought as in like forehead. And so I'm really happy. Hopefully I can get this to this today and add in the heel if I can, but you know, we'll see how it goes because the kids have been extra chaotic lately, and I'll continue to show you my progress. It's just before 3 and I'm done both the socks, so I'll have to now add in the heels. I'm really excited to do that. What you do is
you pick up the rows that are just under and over, and then I think it's basically like a wedge toe. I weighed the socks and I have around 58 grams for these two and 46 for this, so I think it's around 105 grams gain, and that's nice to see because a lot of the socks, or a lot of not socks, a lot of the skeins I've seen recently, there have been less than the grams stated on the label. So if it says it's like a 25 grams gain or a 50 gram, 100 grams gain, it would actually be 1 or 2 grams less than that. So this is nice to see. I picked up for the heels, and somebody told me not to take out this waist yarn until I'm a few rows in, and the pattern just says to knit for 4 to 10 rows depending on how big your instep is. I don't think I have a large instep, but I don't want to do 4 rows just in case, so I think I'm gonna just go for the middle of the row 7, and then I'll do the heels, which is just like doing a toe. And so that's what it looks like. It's just about 6 p.m. and I just filmed my video. I still have to edit. Everybody came a little early today, so my sister took her son, my nephew, to Costco and left her other one here. And then my husband took both my kids out to the playground. And so I have some time to edit the video, which I need to do to get it up tomorrow. But I only have a heel left to go. I have just one heel of one sock left to go. The other one is currently blocking upstairs, and it's just, I can't stop looking at it. The color is so beautiful, this tonal blue. But I also have a ton of things to clean up, so I'll probably clean up a bit first. And I mean, I'm not sure how late I want to stay up editing, because editing does take quite a long time, especially in those sit down videos, because I just put up so much, so many pictures and everything. And so I'm not sure exactly what I'll do in what order, but I want to get this done today, tomorrow, but maybe today, I'm not sure. I'll show you how much I have to clean up, and this is with me cleaning up throughout the day as well, but I'm not sure if you relate. But look at this mess, just all the tiles, the dinosaurs, the cushions. I swear I pick up throughout the day, and you know, in a day they want to do Play-Doh and do coloring and crayons, just all the things, right? They want to play doctor, dentist, and so we just have a ton of toys. We are a very maximalist household right now, just because, I mean, there are 3 kids and they're all different ages, so they all have different interests right now for their age group. And so it's not like I'm sitting here like trying to teach them ABCs or anything, so my job isn't hard, I know, and I'm just watching over them most of the time while they're playing. But there's just a lot to clean up every day, and I don't even know how they trace crumbs everywhere. So all of our furniture and everything is pretty hard wearing, but that's the life that we lead right now and that we live, and we're really happy with it. So it is what it is. But there are just so many things I want to do other than to clean, but I know that I should probably clean, especially since my children are out right now with my husband, and this is the best time to clean, and also he's nice enough to, you know, take them out. So, oh man. In true to me fashion, I did finish these socks, and I haven't edited my video, so hopefully I can still get that up, but this video will probably go up tonight. And so I am done. They look so good. They're blocking right now. I took the photos before I blocked it, and it's quite windy and cold outside. You can tell how dark it is. I'm whispering because my daughter's sleeping in the bedroom. It's currently around 9:30 p.m. So yay, I'm so happy that they're done. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this small projects vlog. I'm not sure how often we'll be able to do this, since I don't have that many small projects usually on the needles, and we'll see. I might just compile a bunch of them at one point as I have more small projects throughout a month or 2 months or 3 months, or however long it takes to make one video. But I'm happy that we were able to do Noodles, Ollie's classic cardigan, Rudolph Charms, as well as these sway socks. Thank you, Betsy, for the buddy knit, and I will see you in my May Mix video that will go up sometime tomorrow. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow morning, but sometime tomorrow. And then
sometime in the future whenever I start and finish another project. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.